All right, welcome back. We've got our computer all connected and we're ready to go. Welcome back for the second part of this video. And what we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and power it up and get it all set up for use. Now, let me just say that it's not the most exciting part of setting it up, but you can learn a lot in the process. Before we get started, the first thing I kind of want to point out to you is, like I mentioned before in the earlier video, it comes with all these CDs, okay? Some of the CDs are optional, some are not. In any case, make sure you store these in a safe place because you may need to use these later, especially the ones that say HP on them, okay? There's some recovery CDs that are included with this computer. Even though the software is pre-installed, it still may ask you for a CD to be installed so it can get some more information, okay? So when you're setting up your computer, don't have these too far away because you may need to reach for them, okay? So let's go ahead and power it on. Your power button is going to be right on the right-hand side here, okay? And the monitor power button is on the right-hand corner down below. All right, we got the computer all powered up, and it just went through its normal setup routine and for using the computer for the very first time. Once it gets powered up, this is the screen here that you're going to see. And basically this screen is going to ask you the country, region, the time and currency, and the keyboard layout. Of course, here in the United States, here's our country, English version of currency and time, and the keyboard layout, of course, is United States, US. All right. So basically, you just want to go ahead and click Next. At this point, what it's going to do is ask you for a username. Now, since this is your first time powering on the computer, Windows is very, very picky. It wants to have a username. So you can just type your name on there, or you can just type kitchen computer, office computer, whatever you feel comfortable with. I'm just going to put my name in here. At this point, I put James, but if your computer is going to be in the kitchen or the office or the garage or the family room, whatever place is going to be, you may want to name that accordingly because this is the name that it's going to give your computer, okay? It's giving it a name right now. So once you type something in there, at this time, I just put my name on there and call the computer James. So we'll hit Next. Right now it's asking for a password, all right? I suggest that you don't enter a password right now until you're through with all your setup. The reason for that is because you may have to restart this computer several times before you're actually ready for complete use of it. And you don't want to have to keep going back through putting passwords in. Once you're all done setting up the computer, then you can come back and install a new password for the computer so you can secure it, okay? So I'm just going to hit Next at this screen. Microsoft has license agreements, and you just go through, accept the license agreement, and read the terms of the license agreement for using Windows 7 Professional. And then once you've viewed all that and you accept that, you click on Accept License Terms and click Next. The first thing Windows wants you to be aware of is to protect your computer is by automatically setting up updates for the computer. Okay, by doing this, you can protect yourself against known virus issues, hacker attempts, and also make sure the computer is updated on a regular basis. Okay, so basically, you choose the first option here. It says use recommended settings. That's always the safest way to go, especially if you don't know which settings to use or not. There are three options here. One is use recommended settings, install important updates only, or ask me later. Trust me, you don't want to put ask me later because it's going to bug you and bug you and bug you until you do this. So you might as well go ahead and get that out the way right now. So I'm just going to choose the first option, which is use recommended settings. The next screen you come up against will be setting up the Windows time and date. By default, it defaults here to US and Canada. Depending on where you live, you may want to change this. In this case, we're going to go ahead and to choose the option Pacific Time, U.S. and Canada. If you're in Baja, California, you can choose that, which is actually still the same time zone. But whatever time zone you're in, that's definitely the one you want to choose, okay? Make sure your time and date is correct. Right now, it's April 7th. It's already preset. And then go ahead and choose Next. At this point, it says Set up Windows. This option is to select your computer's current location. Are you using this computer for home or work? Most of you are probably going to be using this computer from home, so just choose the home. It's going to take a few minutes and configure the computer for home use. And basically apply all your network settings that will be used for getting on the internet. All right, well, welcome to your new HP computer. I'm glad you had a little patience to go ahead and wait for it to set up your computer for the very first time to get on the internet. And right now you're located at your welcome screen. So to get started, just go ahead and hit the Go button right in the center. And at this point, it's pretty much giving us some options, okay? There are a lot of pieces of software on this computer that need to be registered. It's very, very important. I want to stress this to you. It's very, very important to register your computer for the very first time, from the time you got it. You want to make sure that, that your warranty is in place. And just having the proof of purchase sometimes is not enough, especially when you have to go back to the manufacturer like HP. So you want to definitely make sure you go through this process, fill out all the information accurately, and so you can make sure your computer is registered to get your warranty. This warranty comes with 3 years HP warranty. You can always go to SDBroadband.org and click on the support page if you have any problems, and the support team will help you with this if you have any problems. So we're not going to go ahead and set this up right now, but I'm just going to click register later. Believe me, if you click register later, it will come back and ask you again and again and again before you and make you do that. So make sure you just come back and fill out the registration page. Next, it's before we get started, it's always a good idea to update your computer. This screen here is basically say stay updated, keep your computer running and running smoothly. So you usually want to choose the default settings here. At this point, we're going to go ahead and bypass this page because it's going to take a little time to go ahead and update this. And then, I suggest that when you power on your computer, always choose the yes. Download and install updates recommended. And it says Experience Improvement Program. This is optional. This is not something you have to do, although it's recommended. HP has a lot of information that will help you improve the performance of your computer, and they will keep you updated about your particular model of PC if any new information comes out about it. So that might be something that you be interested in, so you would click yes at that point. But then we're going to go ahead and bypass this for the sake of time, all right? All right, so our next screen here is for protecting your computer. Your computer automatically comes with Norton antivirus program on it. This is a trial version that's good for 60 days. And after 60 days, you'll have an option to pay for the full version. Okay. Of course, you'll have to accept the license agreement on this, or if you have another antivirus program, you may want to go ahead and install that at this time. There are a lot of free antivirus programs out there that Microsoft puts out. One is Microsoft Security Essentials. At this point, I'm going to go ahead and say no, only because we want to get through the rest of the setup so you can start using your new computer, okay? If you say no, it's going to ask you, are you sure? Okay, and you don't want to do what I'm doing here. You definitely want to install your antivirus so you can be protected. So I'm going to say yes to this. And it says, congratulations, you have completed setup of your new computer, and it will give you, and you've completed all 3 sections. The 3 steps were register your computer, step 2 was stay updated, and step 3 was protect your computer with the antivirus program. And then you simply will click finished.